Sam Roberts on a Thursday afternoon. I've crept in from the cold and I've grabbed a word with Mike Raya ahead of this weekend's game against Doncaster. We're going to take you back to last weekend, and Isha, any win away in this league is going to be good. It must have felt extra specially good to put 50 points on the side.
Yeah, we felt that kind of performance was coming, and the boys executed some of the stuff that we'd spoken about. Particularly, we got some information in half time, and they took that on board. It was one try Duncan Taylor scored. Will Fraser scored was very pleasing from a coaching perspective. But so yeah, it was positive, and we were kind of certainly the coaches on edge all week because banana skin, etc., etc. And to have a performance like that come out was particularly pleasing. I don't think Isha will be too pleased with the way they defended, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of soul searching going on down there. They dropped off a lot of tackles, and so made life a little bit more comfortable for ourselves. But you can only play what's in front of you, and to have scored 8 tries, as you said, it was a happy camp coming off the pitch.
We continue a very decent run, and that must be very pleasing in itself. Is it really a case of game by game and just trying to put in as many good performances as you possibly can?
Yeah, it's getting a bit boring now, but I keep saying we're not looking at anybody else, only our opposition from for the week ahead. I think the minute you start looking too far ahead and looking at league tables, etc., you're gonna get your backside spanked, and it's definitely the case this weekend. We've been there before with Doncaster. We thought when they came last year they were going to be vulnerable. They'd played 5 games in 15 days or whatever it was, and they came here battle hardened and really taught us a lesson. So we won't be hopefully we won't be complacent this weekend. We know we got a tough battle. We know they beat us here last time they played, but also I think we were probably fairly lucky in turning them over up their place. So they got plenty of motivation, and they're a dangerous side when they got a lot of motivation, because they got some good players, and terrific pack, and one of the form back threes in the country really in their wingers and fullback.
This interview will accompany the
not quite as good as Foden or Kuwait do, so perhaps not this country, but maybe the Championship.
This interview will accompany the team list going out. A few injuries again in the background, and to a certain extent a team that you're obviously pretty pleased with, but you haven't got a huge amount of choice at the moment.
No, I think we're down to 23 this week, with bringing young Josh Bassett in as a 24th guy. So yeah, it's pretty dire really, but it's backs to the wall, and that's why we have to take it on the chin, and we can't magic up any other players. It's what we've got. I'm happy with the 22 that's selected, and hopefully it'll be good enough to do the business.
On a side note, there's been some very good performances from the Saracens boys, 4 Saracens. What news back from them on what they are and the potential that they might return to Goddington Road at any point?
Yeah, I think there's ongoing dialogue between us and Saracens. The pity is Will Fraser has had a scan on his leg, and he's got a bit of a burst on the back of his knee, so he's out for a week or so, which is disappointing because he would have been involved on the weekend. I thought he played really well down in Isha, so we seem to be getting him. Certainly Will, he seems to be in and out at the moment, but it enables us to get a guy like Sasha Harding freshened up. He's had a couple of bangs on his legs, and hopefully be ready to go come Saturday. But yeah, credit to the lads, Jackson Ray and Farrell and Shorty. I thought they acquitted themselves fantastically well last week, and I'm sure they'll be looking to give them another shot, if not this weekend, over the coming weeks. But that's what it's about, isn't it? I mean, they've certainly Jackson has proved himself on a regular basis for us, and that's hopefully enabled him to make that step up. But we got meetings planned next week down there, and hopefully to continue the relationship, and maybe map out even further down the line for next year. So
let's look ahead to this weekend. You've already mentioned Doncaster bringing something to be very, very wary of as far as Championship rugby is concerned. How are you sort of tempering, and how are you sort of approaching it with the boys as regards this game, and what are they looking to sort of get out of it? What are you asking the boys to sort of focus on?
Oh, look, I just want we just got to be accurate, and I think if proved last Saturday, when we are accurate, we can score tries. Over probably the 3 or 4 games before that, we weren't as accurate, and we stuttered along. We played well in parts against Rotherham, but prior to that, against Birmingham, there was only glimpses. Now, thankfully, that was enough to take us away from them sides and win us the game. So, we've got to be accurate. They're strong defensively. They've got good line speed, and they're aggressive. They contest the tackle area. So we've got to make sure we're winning that gain line, both in attack and defence. As I say, and being accurate. We can't be blasé about it. We can't afford to be throwing this ball around willy-nilly. We're going to have to play field position at some stages, and try and build some pressure. And hopefully, off the back of that, we can get the scoreboard moving and get the win. Look, I think Matt Bollan keeps telling me wins are important and the bonus points take care of themselves. So he's dead right in what he's saying there. I don't think we don't ever mention bonus points from one game to the next. We just mention getting that win and if we play well and the byproducts of bonus point, happy days. But for now, we'll be concentrating hard at training and making sure come 4:30 on Saturday, we're in that right frame of mind to take on a massive physical challenge.
One final thing, the Met Office are telling us that it's going to be quite cold. What preparations does the club make to sort of ensure that the pitch is playable? Because as I understand it, if there's one thing that can really kill a rugby game, it's frost.
Yeah, that's the one we struggle against. But we've been out with Pete and Evan today to get some extra covers in, and we're all geared up to put them out after training. We'll have to see what God gives us. We can't control our weather. I think what I will say is that all the dodgy areas around the stand and on the south side of the ground will be covered, but the rest of the pitch is probably exposed. So we can't control that. But I'm 90% confident this game's going to go ahead.
Is there any benefit in having a slightly later kick-off? Does that give us more time to prepare the pitch?
Well, I mean, the covers will be on a bit later, I suppose. But trouble is, the later you go, the temperature drops that much quickly towards night time. But the forecast, I don't think is as bad as what people are making out. But we're taking all the precautions we can.
A lot of hot air. You can always ask me down, Mike.
You'd do the whole pitch, Sam.
Thank you very much. I'll see you Saturday.